Hello and welcome back to Italy. Today I am going to be exploring the Amalfi Coast, which you can see the incredible view from the hotel that I'm staying in here, the B&B. This is called RAVELLO Rooms in the town of Ravello. You can see here my bedroom, which has an ensuite, and out onto the courtyard where you find incredible views of the Amalfi Coast, Ravello perched high above the blue waters and lush green below. So if you are interested, then the link will be in the video description for RAVELLO Rooms, Google Maps location and the website. So now let's head out down to the town of Ravello and make my way to some other places on the Amalfi Coast. Heading down the steps past these typical plots of gardens. Many places in Ravello are a little bit like this. To reach the road at the bottom, just there, where I will walk along and catch a bus from here in Ravello to Amalfi, and then another bus from Amalfi to the start of a hike called the Path of the Gods. So I'm now here in AGEROLA, walking towards the start of the hike. €2 for the bus from Amalfi to reach here, and this time I was able to actually get on the bus. Now I'm walking to the start of the hike, and it's a quiet town, middle of the day, lazy hour. I have to say, some of the views on that bus journey were incredible. Very steep roads and cliffs. Here we are, Sentiero degli Dei, Path of the Gods, starts here. Barely into the hike and the first views already revealing themselves dramatically. All the way down there is the blue sea and the boats. Makes you realize just how high you have to climb to even reach the town of AGEROLA in the first place. A few goats spotted, recognizable by their bells, so the owners probably can find them. It's kind of a relaxing sound as you stroll past them. Not entirely, but a small glimpse of the old world there as I passed a man carrying straw and a couple donkeys along with a dog shepherding the way. And it's funny because this exact path has been used for hundreds, if not possibly thousands of years, as it was the only mountainside pass between the villages of Bomerano and Nocella. Now, as you know, I'm doing the hike from Bomerano to Nocella Positano. If you do it from Nocella Positano to Bomerano, there are a couple differences. You will be climbing a little bit more. The route I'm taking is mostly down. And secondly, the views, I'm told, are better going this way because you can see the coastline in the distance. Whereas if you're walking this way, most of the journey, it's kind of a short view looking towards the edge of the cliffs. And so for that reason, I would probably recommend to do it this way, although I haven't finished the hike yet. And the views are just stunning, aren't they? The greenery, the sound of crickets and nature. First views of Positano in the distance, the pastel coloured town sitting right at the bottom. Perhaps the most beautiful, which we will see once I've arrived. But this is seriously epic. You can see all these little stones and rocks piled on top of each other, all over here and above as well. And you can see they're not stuck together. Somebody has actually positioned them like that, and the elements, the wind, the rain, hasn't seemed to have knocked them over, or if it does, that same person or collective comes back and makes a little pretty pattern again. So I've now reached the town of Nocella, and so I'm not entirely sure if that's the end of the Path of the Gods or if there's a little bit more. I know I want to reach Positano, and I believe there's 1,000 or so steps you have to take in order to get down there. And well, thankfully that's going down and not up. But the hike, if that was the end of it, only takes a couple of hours. If you want to take pictures and videos, it might take a little bit more. Here we are, the 1,000 or so steps to reach Positano at the bottom. Really are quite a lot of steps to go down, take some time, Incredible views of Positano from here though. I can't imagine how hard it is to go up. I've seen a few locals making their way, and several of them above the age of probably 70, which was impressive to see. Now down here in Positano, and actually it's almost a bit like Capri. There's a lot of boutique shops, expensive restaurants, and well-dressed people. So it has that feeling, and after the hike you're kind of sweating and you've done a lot of walking and kind of have to wipe off all the mud and sweat, as I did with a few wet wipes, so you can at least look somewhat presentable here. Buongiorno from Ravello. It's now 5 AM and the town is very quiet, and look at the incredible colours emerging in the distance there. The reds, the yellows and oranges, plus the lights of the town down below in the early hours. I'm gonna head on a little bit further into the town. It's hard to imagine at the beginning of the sunrise where it will sprout up, but I think it's going to be here. Originally I was expecting something here. The sun has now arrived, popping up over the distant hills there, shining beautiful morning light onto the green trees and the town of Ravello. Look how calm the waters are below. Staying in Ravello is such a lucky circumstance, as you don't have to travel far, you just have to roll out of bed and walk towards the edge of the town, and the views are there. From Ravello you can actually walk down to Amalfi. It's around 5 kilometers thereabouts. I haven't done the walk myself. The other town is Minori, which is this one over here. Amalfi is round the corner. And from here you can see the breathtaking steepness of Ravello sitting high up here. Ravello rooms, where I'm staying, a little bit round the corner over there. So that's all for this video. Thank you to everybody who followed the Italy series. This is the last one, and it will be followed shortly by the country that I'm in now. If you're interested to know where I am, then you can check out my Instagram story highlights. I've already mentioned to my followers over there where I am. And if you want to do your little bit to perhaps help me, as it is quite a difficult time, and you like my videos, I'd very much appreciate if you haven't already, when you sign up to Airbnb, if you do it through my link in the description, then you'll actually get up to $40 off your first stay, and it will also give me some credit so I can keep on traveling and paying affordably for accommodation during this time where my YouTube ad revenue has gone down. So apart from that, thank you very much for following the Italy series. I hope you enjoyed it in this sort of post-lockdown narrative, and I'll see you soon in another country. Until then, peace.